Another thing I really didn't like about Spirit Tracks was the treasure and the train parts. My second time through the game, I 100%ed the game. I got all of the side quests. I did the main quest. I sent in prize postcards all the time. I went through all the mini games several times, and I got every single overworld treasure chest you could get, and thus I got all sorts of treasure. So before finishing the game, I went over to Lineback at the trading post, and I wanted to get the golden train, which is the best of the trains. And you need to trade in different types of treasure in order to get the 4 different pieces that go into the golden train. And the treasure is broken up into 4 different rarities, really. The most common ones they're all over the place. There's no problems. There's never a problem not getting certain ones. You just slash trees and you'll eventually get them. The more rare ones, the rarest ones, are the Alchemy Stone and the Regal Ring, but there's a fixed number of them. So those aren't a problem if you're 100%ing the game. The problem comes with the other 2. When I needed to get the 4 pieces for the golden train, I needed to have 4 dragon scales, and I looked at my treasure and I only had 1. On the flip side, for another one of the pieces, I needed 4 pirate necklaces, and I had 17 of them. And the dragon scales and the pirate necklaces are of the same value, the same rarity. It's completely random as to which treasure chest has a dragon scale or a pirate necklace. And why do I have 17 of one and 1 of the other? So the only way I got the other 3 was mindlessly keep playing certain mini games, or alternatively you could just keep sending more prize postcards, but it's just a matter of, and if you have a friend, you can locally trade with him if he has dragon scales, but this is really annoying. I 100% the game and I can't get the stupid golden train. I thought this was very frustrating. Now, the train to begin with, what does the golden train do? Oh, it makes you have more hearts while riding. Is that really necessary? Are people just dying that many times where they need an upgrade for their train? I don't think I've ever died. The only time I ever died was when I got hit by instant killed armored trains. And that barely even happened, but couldn't they have done something more with these train parts? It's just like Phantom Hourglass. Phantom Hourglass was just, you had the ship parts and all it did was increase your health. How about if they made, if you get this one train set, your cannon is double the power. If you get another train set, your cannon has longer range. If you have another train set, you take half damage. And if you have another train set, even better, your train goes faster. Come on, nobody thought of this? This brings me to the last point. The last single most annoying thing in the game is the train portions. And I have one complaint, only one complaint. The train goes too slow. Way too slow. The first portions of the game, traveling from a Boda village to Castle Town, it's like, oh, cool. This is how you dodge the trains. Oh, you blow the whistle to get the cow to run off the tracks. Okay, it was okay the first time. It wasn't okay for the next 15 hours of the game. It got so repetitive. So many times I'm playing on my DS and I just wanted to just put the DS down, trace a path from a Boda village to Castle Town or wherever, go do whatever else I'm doing, and then come back and I want it to be there. The problem is you can't do that because there's pigs on the road, on the tracks. There's birds that will run into your train unless you pull the train whistle. There's trains that are trying to kamikaze and kill you. It was just, the enemies were so repetitive. It was so slow. It took forever to get from place to place. It was even worse when you're fighting the darker bomb trains where you have to stop, see which route they were going. Sometimes you even had to go in reverse. It was so slow and frustrating. And then when the game was first announced, they were saying there's going to be overworld enemies, overworld bosses. Okay, there was the rock type, like that cave tunneler guy. Later in the game, there was the rock type again. And again. I mean, all it was the same enemy fought over and over and over. And this is what they had for bosses on the train? Granted, we had one at the very end of the game, but couldn't they have done more? The train was such an integral part, and we had barely any bosses on the train. It was terrible. And then in Phantom Hourglass, people complained about the steamboat. It was the same thing. Slow, repetitive, boring. It was, but the difference is you were able to trace your own path through the sea. And this cut down exploration big time, because you were able to pretty much go wherever you wanted, and it was much faster getting from island to island rather than station to station in Spirit Tracks. And even more so, one thing that Phantom Hourglass did was it had the golden frogs. And what these were was, there were 6 of them, and then once you got, I think it was the Cyclone Slate, you'd draw a little symbol, and this would warp you over to one of the 6 frog locations. And this made getting from any island to any island extremely fast. It took all of maybe 2 minutes once you have all the golden frogs down. Spirit Tracks, that's not the case at all. They had some sort of an alternative. They had these warp gates, but these warp gates were terrible. For one, why couldn't they have made it where it was just like Golden Frogs, where you could just play your spirit flute, say, and then warp over to a certain location? They did that in Phantom Hourglass. They did that back in the day in Ocarina of Time with the Ocarina. They did that numerous times. There was warp locations in Twilight Princess. But with the warp gates, what they changed was there was fixed locations, basically. Like it was sort of almost like an invisible tunnel type thing, where you have to go through a certain warp gate in a specific area, and then from there you can only go to a specific warp gate in another area. So it was not free to go from anyone to anyone. You had to be, and you had to travel on the train. It was just more mindless train riding with the same basic enemies over and over, and it got incredibly frustrating. I think Phantom Hourglass blew Spirit Tracks out of the water when it came to steamboat versus train. I mean, it was a complete missed opportunity. Granted, the scenery was okay, but forget the scenery, the stupid enemies. I mean, having snowmen throw their heads at you. But bringing it together, the storyline was really long. It was not long. It was empty, boring. It was a lot, like nothing happened for so long, and it was just a rehash of the old games. The collectibles were really weak. I mean, there was barely any of them. I thought the treasures and the ship parts, they could have done a lot more, made things easier. The spirit flute frustrated people to no extent, to no other. And then the train. The train was the biggest one. It was so slow, boring. I was like falling asleep playing the damn thing. So these were, to me, were the 5 things wrong with Spirit Tracks. Maybe you have something different. Maybe you disagree with me. I'd love to hear from you. Please post comments at zeldadungeon.net, at the news post, at the forums, at the YouTube videos, wherever. But I look forward to hearing from you, and hopefully this is the first in future similar type videos. And just want to be clear, Spirit Tracks, I love it. I really do. It's a great game, so don't get me wrong in this video, but I really did like it. And if you don't have it yet, you should get it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and so long. Mossies from ZeldaDungeon.net.